me.
Yeah, still.
It definitely
I did
isn't me.
22, you did 23, yeah.
It definitely isn't me.
You know, bitch boy thing, man. Pussy. Anyway, Nothing New Podcast, episode 24.
Oh no, dude, please do it. I can't even be laughing, fam. We're about
Yeah.
to go into some serious things, blood.
Yeah, welcome to Nothing New Podcast, episode 24. Yeah, man, it's been a peak week still. It's been a crazy, crazy week. How are we gonna get into this
Did you
one
check
still?
the window?
I did check the window.
Is it closed?
Yeah, it's closed still. Niggas are just active in the street, man. I've told
Fuck,
you.
you know,
Move
that is
houses,
some
man.
loud sirens, bro. Penetrating the double glazed windows. Jesus Christ.
I was not gonna say nothing, obviously, but you know what man's on, man.
Man can't even laugh, bro.
You know what man's on. But anyway,
Let's get into it,
yeah,
bro.
obviously, I'm sure we'll see what's going on in Nige and that.
Yeah, who wants to take
I
the
don't know. There's nothing to tackle, man.
who wants to take the first?
It's just a crazy scene, to be honest.
Oh,
It's a
attack!
crazy
It's just
scene.
get your thoughts and your opinions on it, man. Because it's fucking. I'm just glad we didn't do this podcast yesterday or the day before, man. Because I was angry. I think I've calmed down now a
It's a
little bit.
process, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
How
just
was
taking
that?
time to process it. Was it?
How was that?
Bro, I was so angry,
What was
man.
the atmosphere of that, the protest and the people doing it?
The protest was full of a lot of other angry people, man. But it's a bit I'm not gonna lie to you. I told my mum today. I said, "Yo, I only went to the protest because I thought there was gonna be some shit. I thought we were gonna burn down Nigeria House."
So it was gonna go down.
Bro, honestly, I thought, you know what? Yeah, people have had enough. Because I was even telling her today, like, it's a lot harder for people. I don't want to say it's a lot harder for people here, but it's hard for people here to fully process what's going on, because obviously once you get here already, you have survival's guilt, right? Because you still have family members, you still have aunties, uncles. Some people, in my case, I have my older sister still lives there, but I have a younger brother that lives there. So you have survival's guilt because you're thinking, fuck, like, I'm lucky to be here, but they're not, and they're there. And it's even like, you can think of obviously being in this country is a blessing, whatever, but the reason why a lot of people from the African diaspora has to move over here is because of how shit our country is. Like, nobody wants to leave their loved ones behind to go start an entire new life in a different country. Like I was telling my sister, when we left Nigeria in 2009, we didn't know. We left not knowing when we were ever going to come back. Right? We left, like, after we left, our granddad died, our grandmum died, our dad died, our other grandmum died. And, like, when you're leaving, you don't process a lot of those things. You don't think, fuck, this might be the last time I ever see these people. And when you sit down I think that's what added to my anger, because you sit down and you think about it, and you think the reason why that had to happen, and it's because of those people in power who are fucking greedy and who have just run the country to the ground, and who are just benefiting off the poor people of Nigeria. And it's like, that shouldn't be allowed. And the fact that as Nigerians we've allowed it to go on for so long, and then now they've done what they've done in this situation. Like, when me and Esmond were talking, we said people were just protesting for stop killing us for no reason.
Like, there's bare fuckery going. Like, not even just in Nigeria. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a thing. It's all in Africa.
Yeah.
Like, but in this case, just protesting, just to stop
killing us in the street
That's
for
it.
just because we have a good phone.
Not even like, you know what made it so. Do you know what made it so sad? This morning I was at work. I was watching it. The thing is, this whole thing put me in such a weird mood. Like, it's like I'm just down. Like, you know what made it so sad? Yeah, I was sitting there at work this morning. Yeah, and I was watching the Nigerian people. They were waving their flags. It's like they're proud of it.
They were singing the national anthem.
Bro, it's like they know, like, the flag that they're holding. It's a flag that represents a country that they're proud of, and rightly so. They should be very, very proud of it. And it's like, it's not even like they went there and they were fucking shit up and they were like all breaking stuff. The thing is, the video I saw, they were sat there, bro. They sat there just singing whatever, waving their flags. It's like they were trying to, like, illustrate, like, this is the country we know. Like, we can do this. Like, it can get to the great country that we all know it can be.
And that's the sad part. That's the sad part.
I saw people dancing in the streets and stuff. That same woman.
That's the sad part, because people were only protesting for police brutality. I'm gonna be honest, yeah. There's loads of things wrong with that country. Police brutality isn't even in the top 5 things wrong with that country. And this is the one thing we've chosen. We haven't chosen corruption. We haven't chosen education reform. We haven't chosen the lack of healthcare. We haven't chosen a lot of these things. We've just chosen police brutality. Stop killing young, innocent black Nigerian men and women for having a good phone or for wearing nice jeans. And the government has decided the best way to then respond to this is to get the soldiers to be shooting up innocent people who are, like you said, waving the Nigerian flag.
Sickening.
And I feel like that day when I saw that, I posted on my Snapchat, this is the first time in my life where I've not been proud to be a Nigerian person. Because my whole life, like people, like when I was working, people at work would be saying, like, you mentioned the fact that you're Nigerian a lot. Like, they'll be like, oh, why'd you eat like that? I don't know, man. It's because I'm Nigerian. Why are you so loud? Oh, it's because I'm Nigerian. Why you laugh like that? It's because I'm Nigerian. Like, all my whole life, I've been so proud of being Nigerian up until that day, because as bad as it got, I never thought it would ever get that bad. I never thought it would ever get that bad to the point where the army are shooting their own people. Do you know how crazy that is? The army is there to protect and serve you.
And they're shooting.
And it's that same army that is shooting you. The same army who didn't keep the same energy for Boko Haram when they kidnapped 100 young girls.
Loads of fuckery that's happened, but it's now that your own people are just protesting, just to be treated like human beings.
And do you know what's even more crazy about it?
Flexing your muscles, bringing tanks and shit.
I didn't even know the Nigerian army had tanks.
You'd be surprised.
And it's then the blatant denial from the people in power to then, it's almost like it's not even almost, is the blatant attempt for the people in power to attempt to gaslight everybody in the world by telling us that what we saw was fake, and telling us that
Literally on the military's Twitter
fake
account.
news.
And they're putting
Fake news.
putting red text on it.
Did you not see the thing this morning? The chief
watching someone die, bro.
The chief thingy of the Nigerian army said DJ Switch's life was photoshopped. How the fuck do you Photoshop a live stream? How the fuck do you I didn't, bro. Does this exist? You can Photoshop a live stream, because listen, I'm gonna start Photoshopping me in Barbados whilst I'm in my room, because I didn't even know that was possible. It's the blatant denial, and the fact that you haven't even come out to say. I mean, there's nothing they can say right now, but you haven't even come out to say, listen, the army fucked up. No, you're saying that only 3 people got injured, and they were all released. When we saw people dying on Instagram, on live stream.
You see the way things are going. Like, obviously, they were peacefully protesting to end police brutality, right? But like I said earlier, when it comes to like protesting, peacefully protesting, it's all about like trying to connect to the right people in power. But the problem is, a lot of the people in power, they're all corrupt.
Of course.
So see the way everyone's protesting, we're not going to be able to like get through to some of the people that are in power who are on our side. You get what I'm saying? Like, because everyone up there is just a piece of shit. So like, do you think like another country is gonna have to step in? Because how much more can the civilians do without getting fired upon, without getting shot on?
This is the thing that even me and Steve were discussing yesterday. Yeah, we were talking about the petition.
Yeah.
And they were talking about sanctions and stuff, and I'm reading into it, and what I gathered from that is there could be sanctions of I think they were talking about visas and stuff to like individual countries. And then maybe that will be like, okay, cool, now I can't access this country, so therefore let me act correct. Or there was like financial things where they'd allocate less this and that to the country. Which at the start, not like I thought it was a good thing, but I said maybe it'll make a change. But then I read deeper into it, it was talking about how the people at power will retain their thingy. It's just the people below exactly will get less.
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones where, and people were talking about how it's going to turn into, well, not like literally, but how it could have the possibility of getting into like Syria and stuff, that kind of level and stuff. But
there's definitely possibilities for that, and only because the people of that country, whether they're in the government or they're just normal civilians, they can be very headstrong. So the way I see it, the people that are protesting, they're gonna keep doing what they're gonna keep doing. And the people in power are going to resist it as much as they want to.
That's the thing. And that is why when I saw that this whole thing happened, I went, you know what, the Nigerian government has fucked up. Because what you haven't realized, it's like, it almost proved that they don't know their own people.
At all.
If there's one thing about Africans in general, is the resilience. Because from young, you're not guaranteed nothing. You've had to work for everything you've ever gotten in life. You're not guaranteed anything. Whatever job you get, you're not guaranteed it. It's not like here where if you don't go work, the government is gonna give you unemployment fee, like stuff like that. You can benefit, you can get benefits, all of that stuff. None of that. You're taught to be resilient from young. You get knocked down, you get back up.
And even those experiences is brought upon by the lack of so many things by people in power.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make. So what I'm saying is like the civilians.
Fuck you, Buhari. Sorry, I just had to say that, man.
Come on. The people out there are gonna stay headstrong, and the people in power also
are gonna stay headstrong.
So it's gonna be one of those things where
who breaks first?
Who breaks first? Because it's gonna, and obviously the government they've lacked already by firing upon civilians. But what's the next step?
It's like if you've done this so soon, where do we go from here now?
How long have they been protesting and people are dying already? Like people are being beaten up, arrested, robbed. That was the height of it. Now they've broken that limit. Yep. After how many days of protesting?
And the one thing that's so crazy is that those soldiers, right, that were shooting, a lot of the stuff that they're protesting for is going to affect their kids. It's going to affect their grandkids. It's going to affect their uncle, their nieces, their nephews. And those fucking soldiers that were shooting people, you're shooting people over getting 40,000 naira a month? Does that warrant you shooting innocent people who are waving the flag of the country you supposedly serve?
I'm telling you, listen, everyone that's in power, whether you're in the government, whether you're a soldier, whether you're a policeman, even going to the bank or like even going to certain official buildings to get things done, like you have to anyone that feels like they've got a little bit over you, you have to somehow get past that by paying them. There's so much corruption in that country, even at the airport, even in certain buildings, even the flipping, what's it called? Embassy in fam. If you go and try to get your passport done,
unless you know someone there, it's a struggle, there, and you got to pay.
You're willing to pay. Forget, and that's just the people that are here. Mm-hmm. That's just the people that are here. So imagine people in Niger who are struggling. So it doesn't make any sense.
That's why I wanted to burn that place down yesterday, because it's just it's a reflection of Nigeria in itself. It's a reflection of Nigeria in itself, and I hate it.
It's crazy. Like that embassy, it's in the UK, but I promise you step inside.
You're in Nigeria.
I swear down.
You're in Nigeria.
It's like they renovated the building to look as shabby as the shit it does in Nigeria, bro.
For real.
It's crazy.
It's crazy in there, man.
The AC's all plugged up and that. You got bare niggas cramped in one room and shit. It's crazy. You can even smell the Nigerian in the building. It
smells Nigerian once you get in there. Imagine, they'll tell you for your passport, they'll tell you I know this is completely left, but they'll tell you bring a passport photograph in. Tell me why I'm bringing a passport photograph in if I'm there and then you're then going to be trying to take a picture of me on some fucking shitty camcorder from 2009.
Bro.
To then put on my passport.
Because with mine, what was I getting? No, I was getting a visa, sorry. No, I was getting a visa, sorry.
Yeah,
I wasn't getting a passport.
The whole. So even at that level, the moment someone feels like they're in a position of power because you need to get something and you need to go through them to get whatever you want. There's always going to be money involved. There's always going to be this involved. And that's just due to the fact that everyone is just trying to leech off each other.
Yep.
And we're all leeching off each other, crabs in a barrel, because the people at the top are consistently trying to suppress.
Crabs in a barrel. Crabs don't belong in barrels.
And they do that. Lack of education, healthcare system, stuff like that keeps people down here.
How is the national budget for education a year 46 billion naira? The national budget for healthcare 46 billion naira, and the senators and the governors all in total get over 200 billion naira.
Doesn't make any sense.
In terms of salary, there will be senators that are getting billions of nairas a month. In Nigeria, if your child tells you, I want to be the president, you slap them. Why the fuck would you want to do that?
Yeah, no one wants to be, bro.
Why the fuck would you want to be? If you're in America or here, your child is like, oh, I want to be the prime minister. Okay, here's what you got to do, this, that, and the third. This is good. Aspire for that. In Nigeria, they're like, what? Shut up. Why? Because they know. People get into politics not to make change. It's a cash grab. For them, it's a quick cash grab. And when you have people that are getting into politics for that reason, where you're supposed to serve people, and you're seen as just a cash grab, fundamentally it's wrong. And like I keep saying, you can't build a house on a shit foundation. If you build a house on a shit foundation, no matter how much you try to fix the insides, no matter how much you try to have a nice bath, a nice bedroom, you buy a $10,000 bed, ultimately it's going to come crashing down. And I think now is the time for the whole system, the systematic oppression in Nigeria caused by the government, it's time for it to come crashing down. I feel like we've reached a point of no return right now,
But
because people have been silent for too long.
way too long. But I'm saying, how do we even how do the civilians in Nige do something that will impact the government?
Bro, Nigeria's population is 220 million. I guarantee you there isn't 1 million people in the Nigerian army.
The thing is, I'm hearing, I don't know the ins and outs, but I'm hearing the north of Nigeria, apparently they're still in line with Buhari and...
Yeah, because he's Awusa.
Yeah, of course they are, man.
So what does that mean for... Obviously, I don't know it even, but the listeners who are listening...
Okay, so in Nigeria is split into 3 main tribes. Those are the main tribes. There's the Awusa tribe, there's the Igbo tribe, and then there is the Yoruba tribe.
Gang.
So the Awusa tribe is up north,
Yeah.
and then the Igbo tribe is east.
Yeah, it's me, nigga. I know those guys.
East, and then east, and then the Yoruba tribe is usually south. It's split into Buhari is Awusa. He's part of the Awusa tribe. So for that reason, a lot of them will probably still have his support, because I think what I've heard is that he's fixed up a lot of those regions,
Okay,
whilst
so-
leaving other regions.
Okay.
So this is another reason why politics in Nigeria is very tricky. It's similar to here, where there'll be Labour strongholds, Tory strongholds, Lib Dem strongholds, and it's about, if you get into power, you want to fix your strongholds to make sure that they remain that way. So that plays a part in it as well. But again, even though they're still plagued by Boko Haram up north, like they're still plagued by Boko Haram up north, where them soldiers are not showing for some reason. So, bro, I don't know what to say. If they're still in support of him, cool.
That's their
But
business, man.
yeah, that's their business. He can be their president. Because a lot of people now are calling for Nigeria to split, because Nigeria was never one country. It was only made one country by the British. Because France had secured Niger now. So all that was left for them was the whole of the So Nigeria is actually not the name, it's the Niger area.
Okay.
And so they've just named it Nigeria.
It's the same for the whole of West Africa.
Yeah.
Literally France, Portugal.
Yeah, they
UK,
literally
they literally just split among
They
themselves.
split among themselves. We're gonna take here, you take here. They call that Niger. Okay, this used to be part of Niger, so we'll just call it the Niger area, Nigeria. Sounds cool. Ooh, yeah, yeah. So it was never intended to be one country. And then after, when we fought for democracy, it was then ruled by the military. And then after the military, they finally became a democratic nation where you vote for your president. And since then, it's just gone to shit. It's just gone to shit. Even before the democracy really kicked in, it had still gone to shit. And it's the after effects of colonization. Coming back to the white man, it's the after effects of colonization. It's the same way you see people in prison. When you're in prison, you come out of prison, you don't know what to do with yourself.
And the options are limited.
You can't be ruled for hundreds of years and then
Be expected to just flourish.
and it
randomly.
won't.
Yeah.
And you can see those effects through a lot of ex-colonized countries. You see in Congo what's going on in Congo right now.
Yeah.
That's why there's still struggle of power in India and a lot of countries that were colonized. You still see this effect. But in regards to Nigeria, I think personally, I've never been one to want violence, but I want violence this time, man. I think there has to be some sort of war. People are gonna die, but it's about if you have bro, deeper. If you have kids, can you in your heart of hearts take your kids to Nigeria the way it is? No.
Impossible.
So what's the point? What's the point of being here then?
When everything kicked off and obviously, the whole news was circulating and that, me and him spoke about it, and I said, like, it's unfortunate that those people have had to die, but
It's a revolution.
people have to understand, like, there's no change without sacrifice.
Yep.
And I just don't mean like lives. I'm talking about your time. I'm talking about food. I'm talking about energy. I'm talking about, like, people are sitting in the streets daily to protest. Those people, not all of them are jobless. Not all of them, like, they still have to worry about what they're going to eat. They still have to worry about bills and family members and kids and so on and so forth. They're sacrificing their person for tomorrow, innit? So not to say that it was justified or people that have to die for their country, but as sad as it is, I definitely believe that there's no change without sacrifice.
Yep.
It's just unfortunate that it has to be sacrifice of lives. It would be, fam, when we protest over here, or when people protest over here, once you get tear gas, settlement, get fists up. Then you go to prison here and there, but like, no one is outright shot in the street by the police. They wouldn't do that over here. They wouldn't dare. Do you get it? So it's unfortunate that those people have had to meet their end that way, but it's definitely without sacrifice.
This is a revolution. And like I keep saying, you can murder revolutionaries, but you can't murder the revolution.
Yeah, man.
That's it. Unless you're gonna kill every 220 million Nigerians, there will be change, because this is the first time when people have come out like this.
And it's a good thing that it's the youth that are leading this.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good thing that it's the youth that are leading this, because the old heads, not to say they wouldn't have led this or it wouldn't have happened, but the way they view the youth in Nigeria, especially some of the clips that are coming out, you can tell like people see the youth there as lazy and like not ambitious, not ready to work hard, not ready to do this. But no one should have to work hard in a country that is just consistently suffocating you with poverty and danger and just bare shit. It shouldn't really be called working hard. It's called suffering. Really,
it's suffering, bro.
It's called suffering.
Like there was this there's this series on Netflix. Anthony Bourdain, he's dead now. Rest in peace, man. But he would travel from country to country and he would eat like their food, talk to like the locals and stuff. And there's one where he goes to Lagos, and he's talking to a few Lagosians as they called, and they're talking about like the daily hustle. But they talk about it with so much pride and so much joy. Like, oh, you gotta have like 3 hustles.
Yeah.
Like you got in the morning, you could be fixing cars. In the afternoon, you're doing catering. In the nighttime, you're selling suya on the street. Like shit like that.
Fam.
And to them, that's normal. But it shouldn't have to be like that. It shouldn't have to be like that.
Bro.
It shouldn't. You should one job should be fine.
People say over the Nigerians or the people that are in the UK, they say it all the time. If you could get someone from Nigeria and grant them a passport like that, because I feel like the whole process of getting a passport
It's so difficult.
It's so difficult. It drains a lot. But if you could get them here and give them a passport and, like, for example, give them like let's not say like a job that you can pick up quickly, like a mechanic, or you could give them an apprenticeship 2 years, bro. I promise you, the work rate will be stupid, because the kind of stuff they do over there, if they did that kind of work rate over here, they wouldn't even be suffering half as much as they're suffering over there.
I know it's not even kind of related, but even when, say, someone from Nigeria comes to secondary school,
You can see the difference. You can see the difference.
Like, their academics is gone clear.
You
Like,
can see the difference.
Just let's say even maths, bro. Their maths is gone.
Gang.
Like,
They don't play about.
Bro, I was telling Mr. Patel.
Advanced thing.
I was telling Mr. Patel. I said, Mr. Patel, this stuff you're teaching me, I learned it in primary school in Nigeria.
Like you'll come here and just be peak with it.
Peak with everything.
And that's because I was lucky enough for my mum to be here and pay for us to go to private school. Because if we had gone to just normal public school, bruv, the other thing, that these governments, these people in power, their children will go to Eton, their children will go to fucking Oxford, their children will go Cambridge. Like, you make sure your children are good, but then you're fucking up the future of your country. Because at some point, you're gonna fucking die. You can't...
The whole thing with that is that they pass it on to their children.
No, you can't pass it on to your children.
That's what they want to do.
No, that's what they want to do, but you can't pass it on to your children. You can't, because you're gonna fucking die at some point, and you're fucking up the youth. You could keep doing all of this stuff, but you're gonna run out of doctors. You're gonna run out of lawyers. You're gonna run out of engineers, and that's just gonna your country's just gonna be poverty stricken. We are. The one thing that really upsets me about Africa is that in terms of this country, right? All they had was fucking coal, bro.
This country ain't got nothing.
That's all they had coal in 1700, and look at what they've managed to accomplish with coal. We've got gold, we've got diamond, we've got fuel, we've got every fucking thing.
Africa as a continent must be should on paper be gone.
We've got everything.
Bro, fam, the other
This
day,
country can't even grow fucking strawberries, bruv. The fuck?
The other day I was hoovering the house, yeah, there's one show on TV, fam. You know, they don't even own Worcestershire sauce, fam. This sauce that they...
Bro, their national dish is tikka masala, bro.
They don't own... Bro, you see the Worcestershire sauce thing? You know where they got it from? They got it from India.
I know.
Bro, most of the things they get from there.
Yeah, it's from India, China, bro. They don't own it.
It's so crazy to think
and even the Chinese call it Worcestershire sauce. And it makes no sense.
It's so crazy that they don't own that shit. They don't own so much, yeah, but they have the audacity to be racist and tell us to leave.
But there's nothing here.
There's nothing here, blood. Like without the people that make this country what it is,
bro. You know why they can tell us not to? You know why they can tell us to leave? Because there's nowhere for us to go. And it goes back to the Black Lives Matter movement, because kind of the whole thing is because being black is difficult. It's difficult. You leave where you're at because people who look like you
are trying to do you in,
are oppressing you. And then now it's about you got to pick the lesser of two evils. That's why we have the white savior complex, because we go, well, in the UK, at least the white man won't shoot me whilst I'm protesting peacefully.
But their oppression comes in different forms.
You got to pick your poison. As a black man, you're born, or black woman, you're born, you've got to pick your poison. And that's what a lot of these white people will never understand. Why it's tough to be black.
Yo, on that topic, have you seen the rubbish that people are seeing in Parliament? I
What
can't
is
speak. See, it rattled me.
Oh, that lady. I actually had...
Bro,
I
there's
saw
a
her
lady,
talking, but I didn't see the clip. I didn't hear anything she said.
And there's a man. He's called, like, Bim Afolabi or something.
What did he say?
No,
I couldn't believe my ears. Oh my gosh, you just took the words out of my mouth. When you see, bro, listen.
What happened?
Bro,
What did he say?
And those are the type of people that the white person like. Yeah, I've got a black mate.
What did he say?
But the thing is, he's telling that rubbish.
What does he call himself? Bim.
His name's Abimbola, and he calls him Bim.
He calls himself Bim, as in like on the thing.
What did he say? What did he say?
Was
He was talking about how black people shouldn't. Let me not even paraphrase. I'll find it in a second. Fam, he was basically saying that how black people shouldn't feel like they can't go to thingy places because they feel like they're black. Hold on, let me not paraphrase because I'm gonna get the exact clip.
My hands already hot, man.
Because I'm hot. I'm steaming. I'm sweating, bro, man, fam. And then you've got another one.
Honourable lady shouts from a sedentary position. That's
Put it to the mic.
Okay, cool. So are you recording? Yeah. Cool.
Put it to the mic.
The honourable lady. Okay, let's address this. So
Is that
the honourable lady shouts from a sedentary position. That's what.
Sorry, one second. So you guys can see.
They teach elite. Well, first of all, I'm not sure they did, but regardless of that point, yes, I went to Eton College. It's a good school. I'm proud of being able to go to that school. I'm proud of the fact that people of all backgrounds, of all races, are able to go to that school. I reject the idea that somehow, if you are black or you are non-white, then somehow there are certain places that you are not able to go. I will give way to the honourable lady because she is.
I'm going to say this very gently because I like your
black as well?
member and I have a lot of time for him, and he's been making a gentle argument. But is there not a difference between young Asian girls and young black boys who have our backgrounds? And when I say ours, because I had a middle-class privileged background as well, and I had parents who were very different role models to a lot of the young black men and young Asian women who are growing up in the council estate in Kilburn, in my constituency, who are constantly stopped and searched. Is racism not about intersectionality? So is it not true that we came from different backgrounds and had different advantages, and that it's just not the same for everyone? I'm very open about the privilege and opportunities that I had.
You know what's so crazy? I've never really agreed with the word coon in my life,
bro.
Because like I think the word coon is used too often, but he's a coon,
bro. As in like
he's a coon.
He's a coon.
That's living in his own little bubble of life that hasn't. I don't understand.
I'm gonna get into the serious
He
stuff.
allows his white friends to call him nigger.
The words like that, yeah. Level 1 trim with no shape up. Don't get, bro. Steer clear, bro.
Stay clear.
because he's gonna come with some shit. Even that flipping that light skin, the glass, the afro talking shit on BBC News. Do you see it?
No.
You sure? Light skin news.
Fam, listen.
That's
Carry on.
his-
You guys carry on. Listen, I've been in my bag.
That's his white side wilding right there.
Woo! I'm hot.
This is what I mean.
I am hot.
How that's crazy. You know, it's clearly.
You know, it's money for them because they haven't experienced.
No, 100%.
It's the
100%.
struggle.
You think
So
this guy?
the money is
You
just
think?
giving them-
You think this guy, this brother talking here, has been in Lagos, walking up and down the street, trying to sell balloons or something like that, or
Bro,
trying
it
to sell
doesn't
cards?
even have to be in Lagos, bro. Here, bro.
Here on
here.
Peckham.
You know what it is?
Cross,
His
It
in
mum-
goes,
Lewisham.
it goes to
his
some people,
mum-
there's white people, you're
he's
feeling
never-
imposter syndrome, but you have every damn right to be there, but
be
you're
there.
because you're black.
And he's never going home and seen his mum tired on the
couch.
sofa from
bare
working
hours.
from
And all
working
there
bare
is
hours.
water in the fridge. You pay. What the fuck, man?
He's never been given £2 a day for lunch.
Bro, talking about lunch, this same idiot, his constituency or whatever,
They
he
voted against- of
free
course.
school meals.
Of course,
See the ratio.
As
it was
in
all
the
conservatives,
ratio was
1,
like-
yes, 322.
and they were all conservatives. They were mostly all
couldn't be-
conservatives.
like-
I promise you, I hope your kids will suffer. And
That's the thing.
Will starve.
They will starve.
As in-
People forget that. This is what people forget. In life, is the law of gravity. What goes up must come down. Your family will not be up forever. Just remember that.
That's the crazy part.
Just remember that, because these people have had money for a long time. They don't know. The same way the dinosaurs were wiped out, your money will be wiped out like that one day as well.
Amen to that, Reboy.
That's it. What goes up must come down, man. A lot of people don't remember this, but what goes up must come down.
Yeah, man, he's talking out of his bum.
What goes up must come down,
He's
man.
talking out of his bum.
Shit like that pisses me off when I see. And then you've got to educate. When you've got to educate another black person on black issues,
And it's crazy.
it's like educate yourself, brother.
And you're saying educate yourself, but this is a brother that went eating.
But
He's talking.
He's just no, like this is a brother that's
He's not with-
but still, he's
but
an
it's not
intelligent
about-
person.
intelligent
He's an
person.
intellectual
It's
person.
not about like whether
Space.
he's clean or not. He's an intelligent. Like you've gone to a very, very high standard school. Like there's levels to the exclusive schools that you got to pay.
You got to talk Latin, bruv. We learned Spanish from Mr. Arenales.
Fam, that guy
Trust
had
me,
no
if I say
control
your
of the
name?
classroom. No control. But like he's gone to a very prestigious school, and it's all about educating them to the highest of level. And how he's gone through that whole education system, and is still such an idiot, is unbelievable.
Honestly, it's crazy. It was like one time at work when I had to explain to somebody said, oh, all these kids running around, fucking stabbing each other, all this stuff, selling drugs, all this black, like he didn't say black, but I felt like he wanted to say black, all these black youths. Why don't they just go get a fucking job, mate? And I was looking at him and said, bruv, you will never. Sometimes in life, the best thing you can really do is take yourselves out of your life and go ask questions with people who have been in that life and ask them why they did it. And a lot of them will be able to break it down to you. Bruv, my dad, somebody can say, I never knew my dad. All I had was my mum. My mum's got 4 kids. Our dad could have died, our dad could have been in jail, our dad could have left one day, or our dad could have been addicted to drugs or something. I have 4 siblings. Plus me, makes 5 of us, and 1 mum, right? Our mum works 3 days a week. Oh no, our mum does like 3 jobs a day. If I get home from school, it's just me and my 4 siblings in the yard. Our mum's not home, right? You can see your mum is struggling to pay rent. And somebody outside tells you, big man, yeah, take this, go give it to that guy over there, you get £50. Right. What's stopping you from doing that?
And then on top of that,
What's stopping you from doing that?
even before you get to that stage, you're like, cool, I've got my GCSEs, I can actually go to work. Let me start applying, you're getting no's.
No. I'm even talking this before you get,
find
like
that,
you're
I'm so
11.
pissed off.
You're 11.
Yeah, just finished.
Bruv, not everybody can afford. You've
you're
just
right,
finished primary
yeah,
school.
yeah.
You're 11, and somebody tells you take this, go give it to that guy in down the road. You get £50.
Wow.
You're 11, £50 to use a lot of money. You're thinking, right, I can help my mum out. This is gas for the whole month, and then that escalates, and to the point where it becomes this is all you know now. And then you have fucking idiots who have grown up with 2-parent households who've never had to worry about whether there's milk in the fridge and they drink Cocoa Pops every day or whatever they fucking eat. They have fucking béarnaise for dinner, trying to chat on your name. Fuck off, bruv.
bro.
This is why it pisses me off even more because, bruv, I hate this. I'm gonna say, I hate this fucking country, bro. I actually hate the. You know what? I love my life here. I love the fact that I've got to meet amazing people since I moved here and stuff. But, bruv, if it was up to me, I do not want to fucking live in this country. I wish the Nigerian government had not been fucking pricks, and I would have happily lived in Nigeria, chilling with hopefully with a good government one day. Cause I fucking hate this country. I fucking hate white people chatting shit. I hate black people chatting shit. I hate Asian people chatting shit. I hate all of you.
Bro, listen.
Sorry, man. That's a good. It's just when I see shit like that, it pisses me off, man. It just pisses me off.
To be honest, the way I see it, for a lot of black people and a lot of us here, obviously moved over here, things are different, innit? But I feel like it should really just be a means to an end. And if this is taught, especially the people that live over here, if it was taught you anything, it's that just because you're over here doesn't mean Nigeria has completely disappeared from your life. There's still stuff that needs to be done. There's still stuff that you can do.
That's why it's so frustrating, because when people came here, like when my mum came here at the age of, how old is she now? 53. She moved in 2003.
Yeah, stop doing the maths. Busting her mum's age and that on the camera.
Bro, no. So when she moved at the age of 35, do you think she thought, I'm going to live here for the rest of my life?
No.
Now my mum is saying that she doesn't even want to move back to Nigeria.
Why would you want to?
But that's what I mean. It's
my
not.
mum even came here just because when she went back to Ivory Coast to look for a job after school, they said you need to be fluent in English. She'd already learned 6 languages in France. English wasn't one of them. And she came
So she came here to learn English.
She came here to learn English for like 2 years. After 2 years, it felt like it wasn't enough. So she stayed. And now, 2 children later,
This is my point. People come here, it's a means to an end. But then when you look back at the country you love so much that you didn't want to leave, and you still don't want to leave, and you want to go back, but you just see everything that is fundamentally wrong with that country, bro. It's very hard for you to then go back to live in that country.
There's a lot less to go back to than where you are at this point.
Exactly.
When you left, yeah, the possibilities didn't seem as big as they were. Now you've gotten here and you're able to grasp the whole, like, the aspects of things over here, and you look back and you think to yourself, what is it back there that I'm really going back for?
Exactly.
If not for your children, if
and
not
that's
for your family members.
bro, and that's the heartbreaking thing, and that is why this whole SARS thing hurts so much, because I'm never thinking about me, bro. I'm thinking about my children. When I have children, I want them to be able to say I'm Nigerian with the same pride that I say it with. But how are they going to be able to say it if I don't take them to Nigeria because I'm scared of their safety?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want my kids to be one of those people who say, oh yeah, I'm Nigerian. Have you ever been? No. There was one girl that me and Adrian met when we were in Turkey. Bruv, she said she's half Jamaican, half Scottish. Right? Asked her, have you ever been to Jamaica? No. Bruv, she ain't even been to Scotland. And Scotland's a train ride away, bro. I don't want...
It's a long train ride.
Yeah, but it's still a train ride away. It's not far.
Here,
she ain't never... Bruv, at the age of 22, 23, you haven't been back to even Jamaica. Or even Scotland. Like, I don't want my children to be like that, where you be 30, claiming you're Nigerian, but never been back. Telling me, I understand the language, I just don't speak it. The fuck?
Yeah, it's long story.
So angry, I can't find this light skin.
The fuck?
I mean, it makes sense, because out of all of my immediate family, cousins, it's just me and my brother that have been to Ivory Coast multiple times. All of that, I mean, they're half
their side.
But yeah, they don't know anything about Ivory Coast.
Yeah. That's my point.
And it's funny because their parents, my mom's siblings, they grew up there, they were born there, everything, and they haven't been back.
That's what's so bad.
One obviously is you can just tell, like, even their parents are not even on going back, and can you even blame them? You
can't.
What's there to go back to?
Because it's. I remember I said this. Until there is one strong black country in the world, black people will never be respected. Black people will never be respected. It doesn't matter what that one strong black country is, because Idris Elba was the only person, in my opinion, that said the right thing. He said, other African leaders need to speak to the Nigerian leaders. This is not how you treat yourself. But then, that would work if other African leaders wasn't so corrupt. Well. It would be like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah. Apparently, the Ghanaian,
that little short Malteser head.
Yeah. I hear it. The
5 foot.
Apparently, the Ghanaian one was addressing Nigerian people, saying, "Oh yeah, I've spoken to.
Swear down if I see that you, bro.
He's spoken to who?
And he's hold on. I'm gonna find.
He spoke to Buhari.
Yeah,
Buhari that hasn't come out to say nothing. Buhari, I swear, thunder will fire your grandchildren.
Bro.
I swear, I hope you eat and you fucking choke to death. No, you know what? I hope you actually eat, you enjoy the food, and then when you shit it out, you die when you're shitting. That's the type of death you should get. Fucking bastard.
So this is what
all your family members will die.
This is what he said. I join all well-meaning persons in calling for calm and the use of dialogue in resolving the hashtag #SARS impasse in Nigeria. I have spoken with the President Buhari, who is committed to end and has begun the process that will lead to reform. Violence, be it on the part of the police or protesters, cannot be the solution. To the families who have lost loved ones, I express my sincere condolences and I wish the injured a speedy recovery.
What about the dead? What about the dead?
Yeah, he said.
What about the children that have been kidnapped in your own country?
True.
What about the dead?
Child trafficking is going on.
They need to dig like bare holes.
You know what's so crazy?
They need to dig bare
there
holes
has to
like
be,
just 6 feet tall.
There has to be a reform in Africa. There has to be.
Everyone should
and I
get
think
active.
this is, you know what this is?
Europe still has their fingers. They're not. It's in the background, but they
This
still
has
have their fingers
Sarah,
going on.
Sarah. This has nothing to do with Europe no more. You know why? Because when the Libyan people were fed up, what happened? When the Syrian people were fed up, what happened? It took Libya to happen for the Syrians to be what? They saw what happened there and thought, fuck it, we can do this now.
Well.
We're gonna get active now. They need to get active in Nigeria, right? Like I always say, if Nigeria stands up, the rest of Africa will stand up.
And this whole thing,
If Nigeria gets active, people in Congo will see. And they will feel it's time for us to get active as well.
They've already started moving. They've already started moving.
I know, but I'm saying even wider, wider in the wider scope. Like I told you, every single politician in Nigeria, I don't want to say needs to be killed, but needs to stand trial to the Nigerian public.
Oh yeah, everybody has to.
And then now you have to tell us why you deserve to live or why you deserve to be in jail. Otherwise, you deserve to be killed because you've had multiple chances and you failed the Nigerian people. You have failed us multiple times. Shame on you. Shame. I swear, my shake with our people. You can need that phone. I'll buruko shit. Fucking dickheads, bro.
The thing is, the whole thing with the whole Europe thing, there's people saying like Europe is still doing this and da. But I'll be real, the people that Europe have their fingers in are the leaders, not the youth.
Not the youth.
Not the civilians. So when things, hopefully, with everything that's going on, when things do change and things eventually get reformed, however long that's going to take, bro, that's got nothing to do with us. Whatever deals you made with leadership, dead.
We're starting
again. I'm not hearing any
deep
of that.
Deep how bad, even deep how bad the country is, bro. In 2009, when I moved there, one pound was 250 naira. Now £1 is like 600 naira.
Mad.
That's doubled. That's doubled in the space of 11 years. That is doubled. They're running the country into the ground. And tell me why man can't go nowhere in the world without needing a visa. And then even if I need a visa, I have to prove to them I'm not a criminal. What is the job of our government, please? If you can't even simple travel deals.
Jolting.
Simple travel deals you can't even do. If I want to go Ireland, I need a visa and I gotta tell Ireland what I'm fucking coming to do in the country. Bruv, your country is shit. I want to be in Nigeria, but I can't. Your country is shit. No, all of this is just. Do you know how much this is vexing me so much?
No, I understand it. Boy,
Do you know how much this is vexing, bruv? You think I wanted to come here and people make fun of the way I speak, bruv? Fuck off! No, man was happy speaking my. Back in Nigeria, you know that my English was fantastic, you know, compared to everybody else.
So you're basically a translator.
yeah. Man moved here now, but people are laughing. Oh, this, that, the third. Fuck off, bruv. You think man wanted to be here? Or he wanted to go be a farmer?
Slow down with that, Ron.
I'm not gonna lie, you got the genetic. I'm not gonna lie,
that's
if you're on a plantation, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's at the end of my journey, bro.
I know, but I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
The way it's going, there'll be nothing for you to farm.
Bro, except for dead bodies and that.
Exactly. There has to be a change, and this is the beginning of the revolution. Okay. If there is a civil war, I'm for it. I'm not gonna lie, bruv. If there's a civil war, man's booking a flight to Nigeria. If I die, I die. But there's no point in living if
I wanna agree with you. I just don't want to completely agree with that because it's just a lot easier to say that because we're hearing it.
Bro, I'm going back.
Civil war.
There's a war.
It could go right.
It could go right.
At least you know what it is. At least because there is. What's the Burna Boy? What's the If they want the Burna Boy lyric is exactly if they want fuck you for nyash, make you not lie down. Translation: if someone wants to fuck you up the bum, don't lie down.
Don't give them the freedom.
Don't give it to them. If you're going to fuck someone up the bum, you're going to fight for this bum, bruv. But fighting to death. If you're gonna fuck me up the bum, I'm gonna be dead and you're gonna fuck my dead body because it's enough. People have had enough. People have had enough. There's been too much. There's been way too much. I remember growing up, it would be like, oh yeah. There'll be comedy shows and the comedians will be saying, everybody, Nigeria is rubbish, but what can we do? We all must laugh now. Just laugh. Everybody, let's laugh. It's got to the point where it's not funny no more. We've been laughing for too long. Man are laughing on empty stomachs. There's COVID. The government ain't do shit. The government ain't do shit. Tell me why people finding warehouses full of food that it was supposed to be distributed to the public. And you know what they would have done? They would have waited for this whole COVID thing to die down, and then they would have just rebranded all this stuff. All the Indomie packets that had the stamp on it saying, COVID-19 for thing. They would have just taken that off, put something else on there, sold it to the same people that they're supposed to be protecting. But yeah, you want to be taking private jet to Holland. You want to be taking private jet to this. You're buying your children Bugattis, all this fucking shit with the money of the Nigerian public. That's blood money, man. That's blood money.
Straight blood money, man.
That's blood money. And like they always say, 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the master. The day for the master is coming. Amen.
Amen.
But yeah, man. Very peak episode. If you're over in the UK, do what you can to support, man.
Should we have one little light-hearted topic, or do you just want to leave it like that?
Leave it as that, man. There's nothing to say, man. If you're in the UK, do what you can, support. Imagine it. Just do what you can, sign petitions. Well, make sure you read what you're signing. Because some people are just clicking. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Make sure you read what you're signing. Hashtags, any kind of information.
Actually, let's talk about, before we go, let's talk about the Instagram and the Facebook stuff as well. Because I'm seeing all these petitions. I ain't see one petition to cancel. It's never to cancel Instagram or Facebook, but I'm just gonna say, if you are black or you're Nigerian, whatever.
Black in general should be all together, man.
If you're okay, thank you. If you're black, delete Facebook, delete Instagram, man. I'm gonna delete that shit because what they've done is man are posting videos of people being killed. Obviously, usually I don't agree with it, but in this situation,
no. The thing is, all that trigger warning and stuff has got past that now, man. You have to see what the hell's going on.
Thank you. That's what I was gonna say, because for so long you only hear about. There's one thing to hear it, there's one thing to know it, and there's one thing to see it. Seeing it does something completely different to you.
Talking about trigger warning, what about like us? Trigger warning, cool. We can see it and we can close the Twitter. We could even download the app if we were like put the phone there, and we won't know anything about it. People are waking up there
and finding
the body.
Bro, at this moment in Lagos, you look out your window. There's one video. Let me see if I can get the video up. There's one video of this soldier just walking down the road. And children are like, they look like children, like they're running and he's shooting, aiming. But you know what's so crazy? It'll be like on Catford Main Road, they're running past the Nando's, and as he's shooting, you can see like the glass of Nando's shatter. So you could just be inside Nando's eating and just catch a stray bullet.
Yeah.
And just catch it straight.
And that's the kind of information that's being put online that Instagram wants to say is false.
They're saying it's false. How is that false?
Someone's reality, someone's life that they have to live.
And you're saying it's false. Facebook, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Bro, to be honest, you should have expected nothing less from Facebook. Or nothing more from Facebook.
No, big man thing.
Yeah, Real talk. It is Facebook, fam, with all the bullshit that they do. Facebook,
it's only Twitter that's not doing that. And even you see the CEO of Twitter tweeted the SARS stuff, and the one fucking Nigerian politician has the cheek to want to sue Twitter for 1 billion. Ogame, thunder fire you and your household. Fucking prick.
I hope for every naira that you get,
you won't get no naira.
So one of your family members suffer.
Bro, it's come to the point where I'm wishing death on everybody.
It's long.
I'm wishing death on everybody.
Because I don't see how
Buhari, I hope you die a awful death. Tinubu, I hope you die a awful death. Obasanjo, I hope you die a awful death. Shawolu, I hope you die a awful death. Everybody else that I can't name their names right now, I hope you die awful deaths, and I
Exactly.
hope it runs in your
It's gotta
family
be held
because
responsible. There's
Bro,
no, there's
and that's
no
the
other
thing.
way
Like,
around it.
I don't feel like the Nigerian public are gonna be enough to hold them responsible since they don't. Fam, man, just have to start skying bullets and that, and just hope one of
that's the
them
thing. That's the thing.
catches a
All
stray.
these area boys, all these Amotas, all these touts.
Where are you now? Get active.
It's time to get active.
It really
It's
is.
time to get active. Go after, destroy all their businesses. Like I was telling my mom. My mom was saying, "Oh, yeah, but business and when you're all this stuff." I was saying, listen, if you are more appalled by people's businesses being burned to the ground
That people
more
being
than you
killed.
are about 78 people plus being killed for innocently protesting, do you know how bad it is singing the national anthem? Do you know what the Nigerian national anthem is? Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey to serve our father's land with strength and faith to build a
I remember I played
nation
that at
where,
school one time on the piano and that.
bro.
Gangster.
And we have to say a pledge. We have to say a pledge once you're done, and it says in peace and unity. People are saying this, and then
Bro,
you're shooting
the
at them.
saddest thing, even that the peace and unity thing.
That's our motto.
Some guy was, I think he was running away, but he's tweeting on Twitter like, rah, I'm here. Like they're
gonna
please,
kill me.
thing.
Yeah.
And the last thing he tweeted was peace and unity. Thingy afterwards, it's him dead, wrapped in a Nigerian flag.
Crazy. But yeah, man.
Yo,
The streets are cold. Nigeria's colder. Support the people back there, man. But yeah, that's
You
us.
didn't even talk about Congo.
Fam. Congo's a whole different kettle of fish, man.
When you look and when you find out, I like literally no family there, so I didn't know what was going on in Ivory Coast until I went on Twitter and I had to like search and click on hashtags. It's mad.
Yeah.
There has to be, like I keep saying, there has to be a revolution. Once there is a revolution, all the people in charge in the West African countries, yeah,
It's long for them.
your day will come.
It's long for them.
And if your day doesn't come on this earth, because I believe in God, your day will come in hell. No, on Judgment Day, your day will come. But right now, listen, I tell my mum, God taught David how to defeat Goliath. So all you Christians out there who are saying pray,
You need to get active.
David didn't just pray. David picked up them 5 stones and he dashed it at his fucking head. It started clotting.
Yeah, let's get
When it's time to clot, I hold my Bible. But like I said, if there's a civil war, if you don't see me, just know I'm in Nigeria.
Let's get active, man. But yeah.
I don't know how to shoot. I don't believe in violence, but I
You need to
will.
learn, man. There'll be enough pussies there that you catch someone from. Don't trust me, bro. There'll be enough people there. But yeah.
Thank you very much for listening to the Nothing New podcast.
Episode 24.
I actually, if you've enjoyed, you've enjoyed. I don't really care.
To be fair,
fair.
if you didn't call you here to enjoy it,
Yeah.
Go and do your Googles, nigga.
Yeah.
Make sure you know what's going on, man. Don't just close your eyes and your ears.
it's not even just Nigeria as well.
Just do your research. West Africa.
West Africa, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, things.